burst out of the B smoke. And you look at the utility on GX, some of that signature has come back up. The stun and the salvos dropping at the feet of Ruxic. Quick double kill, and still supported by that Sky smoke. He's going to follow it up with Xiao's double.
Watch the awareness. You can see GX being brought back. They've got an idea, and yet well thought about. GX get rid of any sort of problem that could come, although there's a late luck or a late flank coming through from Navi on that top side. GX should know about it because of the traps.
It's getting cleared out by the Prowler as well, so Navi making sure they've not missed a step here whatsoever, but it's another situation where the round opens up from Hero's aggressive positioning, the site falls from the Cypher setup, and now in terms of what they've got to come back in, I'm looking at 4 utility belts on 2 players.
West side getting rid of Kuala as well.
One of them dead.
That's going to be massive. GX in prime position to convert, but oh no! There was just a slight chance if Tamazi was to miss out on that duel. Operator still standing, still getting the entry pick. Kuala who's been so good before, has to go up against Tamazi. West side on the other side of the map opens things up.
And it's huge because now he has so much more freedom to lurk, but GX need to make this push work, and Koala's managed to get one on the way back out.
Time is getting low. You look at towards the map and where everybody's looking, it's in different avenues. A 1v1 towards the B site. Well, the spike goes down on A. Armageddon used to try and push players out.
It's a brilliant clear from Ruxic though, he hung around long enough. Navi now have an advantage coming back into the retake, and GX are playing from sight.
Yeah, both players stuck, no means of escape. You look at Ruxic holding on towards CT as Cloud tries to go exploring. Tamazi left all alone and needs to stand tall. You can see him peeking with the idea and instead gets caught. Now a 1 versus 3 for Cloud to try and clutch. Has salvos if he can try and waste the time, but it isn't a clean fight, not whatsoever. Navi, ultimate invested, Koala's deep on it. The smoke dropping has worked out. West side getting rid of Koala noob, and even an orbital strike invested. Navi come out the better of it, but they've used a lot of ultimates to try and get that advantage.
Won't matter if they can seal this one here, as GX are down to their last 3 players, and with little money left over, Navi are beating them at every single gunfight, and so it falls on the captain. Cloud fulfilling this role since stage 2 last year, but he's late as well. But Navi have already grouped up 4 players strong to try and fight this position. Blind is Angel, yet he walks away with the first of those kills. Runner trading in kind, but still Navi holding on to the space.
What's GX's plan here? I mean, they've traded out evenly, getting rid of Kuala. But, I mean, the fact that this is going to end up being a crunch on the site, Navi need to be careful.
Lot onto Ruxic here. He wins this duel, and so much pressure alleviated. West side first bullet connects instantaneously, and the follow-up is there too. And so now Hero is the last one left, made to stew in this. The signature, the signing of the off-season.
I mean, he has neural theft here, but I don't think he'll want to use it.
Yet to have his hero play so far in this Navi side, and back on the Sentinel role, he is best. It's Ruxic who doesn't have contact. The smoke is everything, and already GX want to bypass it.
Oh, Tamazi managing to get Angel, who was playing around the smoke. Ruxic on site, unfortunately, will not get what he's looking for. Navi need to take a moment, let the spike go down, and wait for these smokes to go as well.
There is a showstopper to come back into the retake with, and Cloud is just trying to spot this out, see if he can land a suppress. But as soon as that goes, it should be the green light for Navi to make this retake happen.
Runner still holding on to 2 flashes. They can engage when GX need to. At the same time, look at Navi, where they're going. They're pathing towards Arcade, trying to create another avenue in which GX need to be careful of. In the positioning of Tower, you can see them just worried about the players coming out.
Plant from Runner, but he hangs on for long enough, and with 30 seconds left to spare, the spike goes in, but Navi are up close, and here's the showstopper.
And it goes. Tamazi gone. Players up from drop. West side. He gets one, but can't quite get the second. And now Runner looking to be burned on site. Neural theft to tee him up. And quite frankly, doesn't look to capitalise on it. The stun just delaying Navi more and more. GX, I mean West side, he's known about holding on, and this is just delay upon delay. You're looking at the utility that GX still have in pocket. That value will be massive coming into these last couple seconds as the molly's dropped and Runner has already done so well from his position. It's looking like it could all be done here, and it is.
Already know how strong GX look from these positions.
Yeah, I mean, post plants, the utility there is absolutely sublime. Nice combination of utility, and Navi suddenly open up the site. Chaos ensues, a classic right click, and now Cloud from main, trying to play in west side, who's still in towards Arcade. You're waiting for that activation as Navi get on towards the spike, playing for the salvos first, the delay being worked for, with west side once again providing value and providing GX.
And already, look, Navi are fighting multiple fronts here early doors.
Yeah, they're being proactive, looking to try and get something. Angel playing on the front foot, gets rid of Tamazi, but realistically, the utility trade-off is so much better for GX.
And they're preparing the Rolling Thunder. There's nobody in the site, so do all too much. The orbital strike does take players off the line where the trap was set up, but Hero still able to walk away with one, so advantage restored for Navi. Flank coming in late, stun slightly missing, but the orbital strike moving players out position. So much invested by both teams at this point in time, yet still it doesn't feel like GX have an advantage.
While Anoop is starting to clear out towards Dish. This has been an issue every single time GX have executed on towards A, and West Side could easily be caught. Now, look at this, the player's close by.
There is a slight adaptation from Westside because he's just dropped into the corner here and actually completely overlooked his chance to get the first. He'll find it onto Ruxic. One more required of him, but it's Hero this time. It's a split play from Navi. Already Westside needing to deal with the first of those players. It's Ruxic that goes in solo, but the combo back to re-engage is beautiful. Simply sublime. Westside already with 2 kills picked up. And he's made it a third before the round has even come to a conclusion, which feels slightly foregone. Hero does respond and has chance now to pick the spike back up and reposition himself. GX are getting active and starting to re-clear some of this themselves.
This is good, although Hero is standing waiting, but he's thinking they're coming through. Door doesn't look the right way.
Currently set up towards A. It's a Cypher play B, and close to the smoke is where Purpo looks to make the play.
Playing across, lovely entries into the round. West Side, 2 of his own. And well, Navi with absolutely nothing. They're all hot on the heels, GX. They're not letting these players get out on towards the site. Not at all. Ruxic, who was holding on to the spike, will go. And now Hero will as well. Relay bolts in towards Molly's. It doesn't work out. West Side's going to wander. And once again, his shorties come out on top. Although Ruxic on the other side has managed to open up the B site. And Navi can get that spike down.
Westside wasn't quite on the same page as his teammate, so it is an opportunity now for Navi. They've got a little more time to set up in post, and look at the tools that they're working with. Molly on Ruxic, and well, that's about it actually.
I mean, they'd also have the orbital strike. I mean, that's the Rolling Thunder gone, so there's no sort of delay anymore. It's just got to be the players standing up tall and making sure of it. GX clearing all the corners. Again, dotting their I's, crossing their T's, making sure to pay attention to all the small details. Now you've got to wait for Ruxic's Molly, as the orbital strike has bought enough time. Runner good on it, Hero as well. And now, yep, there it is, the Molly that will buy so much time right now. A tap of the spike to bait out Ruxic's peak, but it's not what you want. So they would be proactive here once again to try and get an Armageddon, etc. online. Koalanoop just sent flying in. Knocks up Cloud, and well, Rolling Thunder back to re-engage. Overdrive as well, the utility is spot on. And Runner, who's played absolutely amazing so far this map, follows it up. Hero now trying and grab this back, but he's up against 3, has it?
He is, manages to find the first, second, and third! He cleared, just waiting for them to run into his crosshair, and it's Tamazi that takes him down. But in the meantime, Navi have found themselves a free B site.
Yeah, the ultimate is going to be used though. Both ultimates. Koalanoop has no way to escape, and Cloud's got 2! Oh, this is going to be massive. Spike is down in the meantime though.
Ruxic left to his own devices, he's the one that picks up the slack and the Guardian in his hands. Westside nails him to the corner off B site to backpedal as it's a double tap
the reload
on the spike plant from Dish. In he goes with the Sheriff, and it's not the kind of thing that you want to take a second look at. but very soon we could be sent to the VOD review screen as GX are closing in on this map now.
No Molly either, there's no sort of delay. Navi have to just win out the gunfights.
Hands on deck on the site. Roxix found the first of those jewels. He's been mechanically sharp so far, but needs to continue to hone that blade. 3 already picked up on the round. Needs Shao to save him. And while the backstab is hovering above their shoulder blades, you've got to try and fight forwards here, and Tamazi will attempt to do exactly that. It falls in vain. Angel getting one back, and now Purpo in sand, given the squeeze as Heroes drop from the other side.
The spike down, spamming out. Oh, the delay.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's a lovely combination.
Feels like perfect anti on the position of the plant as well. Navi do manage to get it in.
I mean, but there's no more utility for Navi either.
Yeah.
They're going to have to win their gunfights.
GX are set up perfectly for this. Another potential winning retake on the cards, unless the Sheriffs can offset it. Shift the balance in their favor. Open positioning to try and play back into, but Hero has to clear this smoke if he wants to give it a go, and the shots won't land. A stick behind the veil of the smoke as GX will pull Navi down. Whereas Koala goes diving in.
Yeah, I mean, nice trade out from Navi all in, but fight was not pretty whatsoever. A little bit of peace, but I mean, at the same time, Cloud's been able to survive at the back of sight, and there's players coming in to hit support.
Hero just funneling bullets back into the magazine as he drops off just a little bit more. Solo here with the spike could be in a difficult situation, but he does brilliantly. An admirable effort makes it a 2-on-2 yet again, and with Tamazi arriving late, so are Navi. There's only 25 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a real stall out. And with that being said, Tamazi still has a blind side to play in West Side.
Oh.
One enemy
It's a brilliant setup. West Side only able to get one. Roxic does get chipped down, but now Tamazi in the one-on-one. Reposition Roxic into the corner next to the map. Tamazi has to be so diligent to clear this, and he's not looking.
Spike going down, it's 4 from GX to come back in on. Again, remember, Navi has a... they've been anti-ecoed a few times, but with Angel getting the first pick, you'd think Navi are in the prime spot.
Looking like it. Angel racking up bodies. They had done in the previous couple of series. But here you are short-handed for weaponry. Couple of pistols, quick FUD coming in. 2 kills, clapped back by Navi. So far, every single shot from Navi hit in the back of the net. That has to change. And Runner has started it off with positive signs.
Yeah, Armageddon online as well, something to come back in on. And on top of that, you look at GX, they're playing more reserved. They want to play for this retake.
Should have salvos for the corner as well. That gets placed towards Angel, and he's on a plate. Cloud served up. Further success by his initiator pairing as Runner goes up. It's wide of the mark. Cloud with the trade, and now Hero in yet another clutch. First kill isolated. How many more can he be given? The Nano will delay for a little bit longer, at least pull a player off of the spike for now. As the belt goes empty, he needs results. The spam through the corner of the newsstand isn't bearing him any good news whatsoever. It is laboured, but Hero, mid-reload, manages to snatch back yet another, and while the spike is halved, oh now!
I've said this before, Navi have struggled with crunch time.
Huge.
Both cosmic divides being used, but Hero's the one that comes out on top! Sure, there's one back, but remember, Tamazi's in his ultimate, and now it realistically comes down to a 1 versus 2 with the Euro that has to work on his operator.
9 out of the 10 players in the server currently set up on B, the first of which to jump the gap would be Koala, but he's going to fall. GX starting to go through the gears. Westside collecting another kill with his Sheriff as it lands the shot, but it's a 2-on-2, and it's job not done yet. Navi nailing in yet another. Hero, the one who holds the hammer. It hits the anvil yet again, as expected. Purpo's chance to shift things in their favor. Hero within striking distance, as you say. But Purpo not yet given the chance, and now you have to deny the ult.
Have to go and try and fight it. Has the turret for contact, and Hero knows this. A 1v1!
Listen, Koala Noob has to TP in naturally. It's not out. He's now stuck in the corner and spammed within an inch of his life. So no entry Navi, no duelist, and they're forced to call the play.
Yeah, they've seen that before. The adaptation spot on. Still a little bit of stall. Navi not comfortable with the position they have on site.
Shao up close, looking for the duel. Can't find it. Runner responding as GX are in tow. A second round now prepared as they've managed to do exactly what was required of them. from the timeout. The read is spot on. Navi getting away with murder on many of these rounds.
30 seconds left.
But finally the madness put to an end. And so Roxic left to stew in what is left of this poorly executed operator has finally been revealed. Fighting a war on both fronts. The players have already made it out from elbow.
They have that engagement on long is what GX were hoping for. Now Cloud is the only one to hold on towards backside. That Armageddon used to keep him protected, and he is. But now he has to clutch up. It has to be an ace clutch, which does not work.
Rifles in hand for the GX players, needing to win this one if they want to see any more of that. As the final round of the half comes up, it's trades inside the site beyond the wall. Westside still in the corner, but in terms of utility to flush him out, well, Shao's without salvos, so there's really little to bank upon here. Tomasi with yet another kill that just pushes that boat out further as Roxic tries to reintroduce himself. It's a flash Shao in the corner. Op in hand. Players peeking in, and with the recon broken, this would have been his chance, but Runner just disposed of. Means it's another 4 versus 5 for GX from Art. This time, they want to fight into middle, and with Cloud's ult teed up, it's a Purpo double this time. Back from the dead, dishing out damage, 3 versus 2.
What did Navi do to try and recover this? Plenty of utility. Angel's only used his dart, right? So this can easily come back up.
Risk adverse. At times.
Cloud is on his own.
Up close. As the spray comes in, it's a brilliant bait. Angel with the first of those, and Shao following it up.
It's now a 2v2. This is winnable now for Navi, considering the utility they have.
Angel's managed to get out from the divide though, so already this reposition could be deadly. Dropping in as Tomasi and Shao picking up the pieces. So slightly now account for main a little more heavily as the A site offensive is starting to come through. Hero with another opening pick. Navi in a great position. We've already got a couple of bodies backside, and while Purpo has managed to find one on the fadeaway, now Westside starts to get into position from Art.
Hoping he activates soon though, and when he does come in, it's Navi who get the pick.
Westside with one, Koala Noob another. Still 3-on-3 and the team's feeling slightly inseparable. Navi continuing to backfill the space as they have so much support. This network backside means the spike can't go down until more blood is spilled, and it's GX's own, which is going to hit the canvas. Bloodied and bruised once again. Westside doesn't have the time or the tools. A couple of players from the pit. He'll find the first of those.
You can see that they've got Koala Noob, who is just checking extra angles up on B, but the GX have pushed forwards.
They certainly have. Hero fighting 2 with his Ghost. Where are the guns in GX's hands? This force felt necessary, and it's finding the value. Dropping back to the support in main, it's a long road that Navi have to walk to win this one.
You have the outlaw, but with Hero being so low, and Angel managing to make this stinger work at close, wrong range.
Yeah. Float like a butterfly, sting
time,
or like a stinger. Angel able to get one more, but Hero now 1 versus 2. This is where the realization starts to set in. This gun is better saved more than anything else. Well, they'll get the one on as well quite heavily as protocols, and already as A main is taken, they do not disengage fully. It's Angel following it up with a rifle in his hands this time. Numbers Navi, but how much longer can he live on this box?
I mean, this 2v2 and A main is going to be massive. Westside still to come in late through Art, but it's how long can GX hold on to this side of the map? Instead, they get the first pick after that initial engagement, and they look to disengage.
Shao would have heard those steps just scurrying away as well, but it just feels so volatile. The position A, making sure that Roxic is clearing towards Art, as his drone will do exactly that in main, just reinforcing the ideas of where these players are, and Westside in a weird place, so it's not going to scan at all. And while Westside has been noted, Hero only getting one on the way back in. And so Shao, tasked with clutching another round. His salvos can deny the plant for just a moment, but it's repositioned and they are holding on as he makes his way back in. He will fall.
Well, and his combat combined with the Armageddon, forcing players out. Tomasi back there, gets the entry kill.
Huge combination. That sets up the play. Shao's going to watch that TP cut past him, and immediately the game is up for Tomasi. One back. Hero still holding on. 2 kills from him. Is it going to be enough? Seems to be the case right now, and the support from where those players sit right now, and as the drone gets traded, this is when you make the play through the double door.
Yeah, but what the players are doing that? Look at Purple, he's sitting waiting! But Navi are able to get what they were looking for, a double kill, and it looks even worse!
That old dynamic, deadly duo of sorts that could do it for you, but here it's Koala! 3 kills off the back of his own flash, and with Xiao in support, it's all but over. Tomasi hitting the ground. Pistol since fracture. Navi in a brilliant position to execute on order yet again, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Koala in the heavens, supported by Angel coming in late, and so twice as many players already out of that first engagement, and the spike dropped, yet to be collected.
How do you even get back into it? I mean, looking through, yeah, but look at this, the Avengers assemble straight from the top rope, and Purple now into the back lines. He's done decent chip damage.
And he has time on his side. Arcrose won't collect information of his position. The paranoia as well, half a chance, but Hero holding on, has the info. And if you were going to use a near sight, Vents is probably the last place to find effectiveness from it.
Worst part is, right, if you peek in towards getting that spike.
Attack side, and so they go into a loaded A site. Plenty of Navi bodies here, black and yellow shirts to help support. Koala off the back of Ruxic with his utility in tandem. The paranoia could have just set up for yet another kill instead. It is the Vice Wall, which has caught West Side. The Tether has noted his position. The spam, fortunately enough, though, has not landed. 20 seconds.
Yeah, look at Navi, though. They're setting up a crossfire, a lovely activation on the Arcrose. They're happy to give up Heaven.
Paranoia for the site execution, but Tower's where the duel goes down. It's Koala Noob's Showstopper, which is put to rest early. The fuse cut short. Westside with a double. Still, GX in control by one player, but they haven't yet hit the site. Look at the control, which Navi currently hold on to. 2 players still playing from elbow. One of them, Xiao, trying to walk his way out from screens to support Hero. Doesn't need it! Hero with a double. And Westside left by himself, scratching his head, wondering, how have I found myself in a solo position yet again?
I think we're all scratching our heads and thinking about that.
And, well, it's only just spotted a player making that cross towards elbow, and Koala gets away with the kill.
Yeah, and this is something that's been really good from Navi. The protocols, being able to play off-site. GX have got onto it, but Spike's still in Heaven. They've completely left it. The Breach was left trying to use the Rolling Thunder, and calamity right now for GIANTX as Navi look to deal with them. Cloud bringing it back to a 2v1.
But where have we seen this before, Cairo? GX coming out the back of matches against top contenders now. Navi seeming to fit the mold of that themselves. Hero with 2 more kills on a site hold. A story which is constantly repeated as we flick through the pages. It's the same wall of text as the wall of 5 players stand between Westside and a miracle, which just isn't happening. There's always a counter, and this time it comes in the form of Koala. First picked up, even Angel winning against the Stinger close range. Nothing going GX's way. Clear out the garden. That's where Ruxic's currently holding on to the op. Xiao that ends up getting spotted, but now where'd you go? Okay, you're in defender spawn. We've still got Purple in tower, but you have to win these fights. And so it's into the meat grinder that GX go. Purple left chasing. Doesn't have his ult this time to try and pick up that precious cargo. And so Koala releases the nade and pulls the pin on what is a round done and over with. A foregone conclusion, as many of these have been. It's cool to make that play and say, yeah, let's run in spawn, but you can't plant the spike there. It's another direct sight hit. And Hero, fully blinded, has walked away with murder.
Yeah.
And they're still not past the post, right? Tomasi's the only one in sight. He has 32 HP. He's dead. Salvos drop. And what happens? Koala inside the smoke with the shorty getting at least one back, but there's twice as many players. The last one left to Westside, as he always has been. It does. What, in 3 series? God forbid. Can Navi see it over the line? It's Koala Noob again. the most first blood success rate of the top 5 duelists, and he's going to keep doing it. Hero with 2 more kills, as it's been said multiple times. Popo was the last player left on B. It's happening before our very eyes. A Westside 1vX, but this time it's to stop pure embarrassment.
It's been a similar storyline, time and time again, week to week. GX are looking down the barrel of a 13-0.